The most evil couple in American history, Bonnie and Clyde. Probably the most well-known and romanticized lawbreakers in the annals of America, Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker were a young Texan couple whose early 1930s crime binge eternally embedded them upon the mind of every American citizen at the time. Their appellations have become synonymous with a picture of the Prussian-era chic, a realm where women smoked cigarettes all the time and flaunted automatic shotguns. Men burglarized money banks and ran away with the help of their branded vehicles, and life was lived fast as it would be so short. Before we go any further, please like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get new excellent updates only us can provide. Without turning this into a movie, here is the most evil couple in the American history that will make you think that indeed you're lucky enough to not live in their chaotic era. A life of crime. Somewhere in Rowena, Texas, a girl named Bonnie Parker existed. She was a petite girl, weighing 90 pounds and only 4'11" in height. With her curly blonde hair, she was portrayed as being extremely gorgeous. She was, by all evidences, a satisfactory student. After her father's death, Bonnie, along with her two siblings, was taken by her mother to her grandparents' house. Bonnie's sweet 16 was actually tragic as she had been married and was a high school dropout. Originated in a poor family of farmers with 6 other children, Clyde Chestnut Barrow was a charming man with thick brown hair. Similar to Bonnie, he likewise longed to have a better life, not the one that he had gotten through. The Depression had set poverty to the nth level and made it tougher for those deprived people who were trying really hard to change their fortune. One night, Clyde heard that his sister had been involved to an accident, causing her to have a broken arm. When he arrived home, he met his sister's companion, Bonnie Parker, making chocolate drink in the dining room. They squandered the entire evening talking. Definitely love at first glance. Afterwards, they took time to see each other on a daily basis. Meanwhile, Clyde maneuvered to form a pack of ruffians and started terrorizing starting business owners through robberies and holdups. Ultimately, Bonnie disregarded her imprisoned husband, Roy Thornton, and started driving the getaway automobile for Clyde and his group. Yep, they met in 1930, not long before Clyde was captured for robbery and imprisoned for almost 20 months. Finally, in February 1932, he was discharged. He and Bonnie conjoined and anchored on a life of crime together, frequently in the company of other people included in their gang. They burglared a lot of banks, a few gas stations, eateries, and people, basically in little towns. As news publishers exaggerated their tour de force, the gang's charisma increased with each blunt holdup, partly because of a renowned perspective of banks being oppressive towards farmers and other individuals who were stumbling through the Great Depression. Bonnie, Clyde, and their gang members never failed to always steal more than $1,500, and in various instances, they involved in shootouts with cops. Few of their members got arrested, but the couple remained at large. On January 16, 1934, both of them strategized about how they would escape from the East Ham State Prison Farm in Waldo, Texas, teaming up with Hamilton and 4 others in the cell. One of the 4 escapees was Henry Methvin of Arcadia, Louisiana. He was the final individual who joined them. Well, that was an unfortunate step as 4 months later, it was Henry Methvin's connection to the couple that would end their roles as lawbreakers. The gang continued to steal and do more crimes, including killing more cops. Hamilton started complaining about the partition of the robbed money, and Clyde determined that it would be excellent to separate from him altogether. Still tired, he mandated Methvin to watch out for any danger while he and his other half slept. While on watch, Methvin saw 2 cops on motorcycles coming towards them. After notifying Clyde, he recommended they take on the cops. The outlaw couple planned to have a car race with them, but Methvin perceived differently. He shot one of the cops, killing him. Clyde felt obliged to defend himself and likewise fired at the remaining cop. With both cops dead, Clyde and Bonnie now held liable for Methvin's fatal and indecisive move. The couple ran for a while longer, still stealing from different businesses along the way. They fathomed that they were going to be captured at a later time. On the 6th of May, they got the final visit with their loved ones. Bonnie made poems about their despicable journey, which her mother published later in the papers. On the morning of May 23, the outlaw couple drove down Louisiana 154 to go to Methvin's father's home. 8 decades later, it remained indefinite whether the father of their fellow criminal gave details to authorities in exchange for mercy for his son or was pressured against his desire to be part of this setup. What's told is that Ivy Methvin's vehicle was parked in front of the highway as a trap. Deputy Bob Alcorn had dislocated one of its wheels so it would occur to them that Henry Methvin's father needed assistance. The plan was to stay there until 9:30 a.m., and fortune would have it that the outlaw couple drove by at 9:15. Clyde was seen as an expert in driving a tan V8 Ford 80 to 90 miles per hour down rocky roads. He was narrated to possess a sixth sense that predicted distress, but not on May 23. The head police officer of Bainville Parish blasted the opening round. The lawbreaker couple was shot more than 50 times and was discovered leaning together towards the front seat of a bullet-riddled automobile. The couple had finally been captured and killed. The aftermath of the ambush. From the four-wheeled automotive vehicle, cops took off carpetbags and guns that involved automatic rifles, sawed-off shotguns and pistols along with 1,500 rounds of ammunition. License from different states was likewise discovered in the rear seat. Conger Furniture Store in Arcadia, which had an establishment with facilities for the preparation of the dead, held the couple's bodies till they were sent to Dallas for funeral services and burial. Upon the dissemination of the tragic news, the town of Gippsland spiked in population from 2,000 to 12,000 within hours, as Snoopy townspeople poured in for nearby communities. The 1967 film Bonnie and Clyde left the American history with a somewhat canonized perception about the exploits of the lawbreaker couples. In Bienville Parish, local residents have not completely disregarded the tragic and real-life events. The site of the ambush became a tourist attraction, and every May in Gippsland, people become festive as they celebrate the Bonnie and Clyde, which foregrounds a recreation of the Ville ambush. Hinton, one of their gang members, who always carried a camera, caught the ambush on film. The 1934 V8 Ford that received 167 shots from 6 cops peregrinated the U.S. for so long as a carnival attraction. It is currently displayed at Whiskey Pete's Resort and Casino in Primm, Nevada, as well as the t-shirt Clyde was wearing when he was ambushed to death. So now that you already know the most evil couple in American history, what are your conclusions? Were they really fatal, or have you watched other documentaries that feature more dangerous couples? Recommend some of them and share your thoughts down below. If you're a true top 10 lover, stay tuned as the next top 10 video is starting. Do not forget to hit the like button below and click subscribe for more amazing videos.